Namaste viewers, welcome to Sunita's Kitchen Stories. Today I am going to prepare wangi bath. First we have to prepare a powder for it. Ingredients for this wangi bath powder are 1 cup of chana dal, half cup of coriander seeds, 1.5 cup of urad dal, cinnamon. This is Marathi moggu in Kannada. In English it is called kepak butt. In Telugu it is called tellaburuga. In Hindi it is called shalmali. In Tamil it is called mullilavu. 1 spoon of poppy seeds or gasagasa. Half spoon of hing. 1 spoon of methi seeds. 1 bowl of dry chilies, red chilies. I have taken 2 varieties of chilies. This is called Badgi or Kashmiri chili. This is for color and this is for spiciness. So first we have to dry roast it and powder. Now switch on the stove. Take a kadai. Let it get heated. Now kadai is heated. We will start frying the ingredients one by one. Always fry the ingredients one by one separately. Then only it will leave its aroma perfectly. If you mix everything and fry, some ingredients will fry thoroughly, some will be raw only. It won't taste nice. So always fry the ingredients separately. Now it has done. We will take into a plate. Next we will add chana dal and fry. Now this is roasted. This is enough. We will take this also into the plate to cool. We will add coriander seeds and fry it. Now this is also done. We will take this into the plate. Now we will fry methi seeds. Now this is also done. We will take it out of the flame. Now we will fry this cinnamon and Marathi moggu. Now this is also done. We will take it out from the flame. Next, in this itself we will add poppy seeds. Be careful while that's all, it is done. Now we will fry mirchi, that is red chilies. While frying poppy seeds, it will fry very fast. So just put it in the heated kadai, and then just within seconds you take it out from the flame, or else it will burn and smell will be not good in the dish. Now this mirchi is done. We will fry another variety of mirchi or chilies, red chilies. Now it is done. You switch off the stove and add hing to it. Now immediately take it out from the stove. Now all the ingredients are fried. We will let this to cool. It is cooled. We will take this mixture into a mixer jar and grind it to a semi-coarse powder. Not too powdery, not too coarse. Will show. Now powder is ready. It should be this consistency. Not too coarse or not too powder. It should be like rava type. Then only the wangi bath will taste very good. Now this is ready. We will start the next procedure. Now normally wangi bath is prepared using brinjal or eggplant. For a change, I am preparing it using capsicum and green peas, batani and capsicum. Ingredients for this are 1 full bowl of capsicum, that is 3 capsicum, medium size 3 capsicum I have cut into small pieces and taken. 1 bowl of green peas, For tempering chana dal, turmeric, hing, urad dal, mustard seeds, salt for taste, tamarind juice. Next we will start the procedure. Required amount of oil and little water for the masala. Now switch on the stove. Take a thick bottom kadai and let it get heated. Now add oil to it. It requires little more oil only. You take more or less 3 ladles of oil. This masala you can store for 8 to 10 days in the fridge. Now add mustard seeds, hing, let it splutter. Now add chana dal, urad dal and let it fry. Now add green peas to it. Immediately close the plate. Fry this green peas in the oil itself. Then we will add the capsicum to it. After 1 minute, batanis will be cooked. Now we will add the capsicum pieces to it. Then immediately we will add turmeric powder. Mix it thoroughly, and to this itself we will add salt required for this capsicum and batani. For masala we will add later. Just little bit of salt. For the vegetables we will add and mix, and we will close the lid. It should be cooked in the oil only. Don't add water. If you add water, you can't store it for a long time. We will close the lid and let it cook. Batanis and capsicum are cooked. We will add tamarind water to it. Let it cook for some time, just few seconds, and then we will add the masala powder to it. For this itself we will add required amount of salt. Mix it thoroughly. Cook it for just few seconds. We will close the lid and cook. Now we will add the powder we have grinded to it. Wangibath powder we will add to it. Add and mix it thoroughly. After adding the powder, don't leave it. You keep on stirring or else it will burn in the bottom. Now mix it thoroughly and close the. Now the masala is cooked in the heat of the kadai itself. This can be thoroughly cooled and keep it in a airtight container and store in a fridge. At least for 8 to 10 days you can store happily. This masala can be used in different dishes which I will show in my future episodes. Now we will mix this in the rice. Take small portion of masala, add to the rice, and I will mix this and show it to you. Now this masala is ready. When it is fresh, you can mix it in the rice very easily. When you store this in the fridge, refrigerator, at that time it will become very cold. Then it will be difficult to mix in the rice. At that time, you have to follow the procedure which I am showing now. For that, first you switch on the stove and take a small pan. For this you add just half spoon of oil. Then immediately you add the refrigerated masala to it, and then add just 2 to 3 spoons of water or required amount of water to it and mix it thoroughly. It will become loose and easy to mix in the rice. Like a curry, you prepare it and mix it in the rice. See, it will become, add required amount, make it as a curry or little loose masala to be little loose or chutney like consistency. At this stage you can add this to the rice. It will be easy for you to mix it with. Now the wangibath is ready to serve. This method of preparing wangibath is passed on from my nani to my Sarala auntie, and I learned from my Masi, that is Sarala auntie. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel Sunita's Kitchen Stories. Thank you.